What up? Hey everybody. We watched The Walking Dead and we're here. How you guys doing? I got Aalan with me.
Yo, what up? I was waiting
See,
for you to say something. What up, though?
okay. Behind the scenes, talking with the people, I was trying to be tame because how I opened up a new series on my channel with Andrew. I was like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" I was like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't start an episode out like that." And
Yeah,
that's where we're at. But hey,
would have been a
yeah,
little bit interesting.
what's this one? Is this episode 19 or is this episode 20 that we just watched? I think it's 20.
Okay.
It's 20 because
No,
find me.
is it?
Maybe it's 19. We just
We should
watched
have done a
Gabriel and
little.
Aaron.
It's
We just
19. It's
watched.
19.
It's
19.
19. It's called.
Yep.
This I know it's called One More. I know that much.
Yep.
But yeah, so it was low key kind of lit. It wasn't like I seen one of the people that seen it early, like one of the I don't know, they work for websites and shit, so get access for critic viewership. They said like, well, this isn't gonna be everyone's cup of tea for an episode, but I really liked it. This is a great episode. Like this isn't probably what anybody wanted, but low key it was kind of cool.
It's just an episode that takes us to the old days where it was just slow,
Or,
not a lot of going on.
or they're straight up looking for shit. And the thing is,
They're looking for food. They're looking for food.
Like they got way more efficient at it. Like we didn't need to see this really anymore for a couple seasons, but now the fact is this world's picked pretty fucking dry. And with the Whisperers fucking up their gardening and shit, they're hurting. Yeah, they're hurting. Like
so basically, they're going around looking for food with a map that Maggie gave them, right?
Yeah, and whether Maggie's personally been in these places or just seen them while traveling and made note of them to go back and check them out, like. And what else did Gabriel say in the opening monologue? Is like we like even Daryl said like we got work to do, and fucking like Gabriel was like on the same page as that. Like when he was talking, like he was like we gotta get supplies. We're gonna get back, or like I forgot exactly what he said, but the same thing. Like it seems like what this is all about is setting up like if Alexandria's gonna come back or fall.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of seems like.
And at this point, only Alexandria and Oceanside exist, right? Out of the friendly communities. So it's rough. There's not a lot of food out there.
The good thing with the Oceanside is they can just fish. They can and there's a lot of and when it comes to like growing crops, they don't have to worry about like water because they can just go get some. Like the good thing about them, even if like hypothetically in the apocalypse the ocean started drying up, there's so much water there that they're gonna just have to walk 20 more feet to get to the shore or something. It's not and they're like
and they can potentially boil that water, the salt water and the seawater,
and drink it, and they probably already do. And Maggie's probably being with Georgie. Maggie probably has the technology to filtrate it through like some kind of piping too, because she said that she was teaching people irrigation. So just fun, just throwing some shit out. But anyways, like facts. So
before we start though, we should plug in the social networks.
Oh yeah, check us out.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes,
Instagram.
Instagram.
We're actually on Google Podcasts now too, as well.
Google Podcasts.
That happened over the weekend. We're there. We're pretty much everywhere. Deadchatt 2Ts. Our website is coming up in a couple weeks, maybe potentially. So we should have some other type of content. We'll think of stuff to do with it. We'll just post pictures or we can post our episodes, and that way they don't get taken down or claimed just because we're talking about a synopsis like last week's episode.
Yeah, they didn't even claim us for any video or picture. It's just us talking about the next week's episode.
Yeah, so it'll just be another place where we can have our content up, and you can follow it.
So yeah, and just like us, Aaron and Gabriel are two compadres in this episode.
Yep,
they're homies. Even though Aaron, so like. You could definitely tell like Aaron's pissed off because like I think he said they've been at it for like 2 weeks or something like that.
2 weeks around for 2 weeks,
and they have like nothing to show for it, which begs the question like what the fuck are they eating?
Right, and the thing is like there was the one scene in that where they're going by the cars and he finds like a can of food. So probably they're finding like little things of food, but not enough. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's what they're probably eating. But every time they go to a place and they're done with it, they checked it out and everything. It's like, oh, one more. Let's do one more.
Yeah, because they got one more, but every time they get a little bit further, they're closer to one more. And like Aaron's kind of like, yeah, I want to go home, see Gracie. I know you want to go see Coco, all that stuff. And he's like, one more. So Aaron's pissed off, but they're going. And like Gabriel like tripped and fell in the mud, fucking because the walker grabbed him in the mud, and then Aaron laughed at him. But then the map broke, and he's like, I'm not doing this without a map. So they start walking back. They find something that wasn't on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's crazy. Like Maggie had all these places marked, but this one that actually had shit in it, she didn't have marked.
And I don't know, and we don't know why, because I mean, it was fairly close to their path, so maybe she didn't see it.
And it was
maybe,
big. It was,
or maybe she knew about it. We're gonna get into it in a little bit.
Oh, I guess it is a possibility. So they go in, and it's just kind of like this warehouse that's like it's obviously been like upkept to some degree, but it appears to be abandoned at the moment. So they're kind of wandering. They're wandering. Gabriel sees Bibles with pages torn out, and he's like, "WTF, mate?" And Aaron creeps into a room and gets attacked by a boar, and I'm like, "The fuck is a boar doing in a random ass room? Like, is there a hole in the wall? Like, what's up?" But they kill that bitch, and then they got some food for the night. So and Gabriel found an expensive bottle of
whiskey.
Yeah, and actually you don't have a picture of the whiskey, do you?
I don't. I actually I was just looking to see if I had it, but I have a picture of them drinking the whiskey.
Oh, pull that up real quick. I wonder if you can see it. Oh, you can't see the bottle. Okay, so something about that bottle. The bottle has is Dwayne Jones. That's Morgan's son. Like is that an Easter egg? What's up with that?
Whoa! And see, like, I didn't know that. What?
So what's really crazy because when people were like in the whole like half a year when the finale didn't air, people were trying to figure out who the masked character was because you only seen him like protect Aaron and the fuck is his name? Enid's old boo thing. I can't think of his name. Alden. Okay. Like he came up with the hooks and saved them from like those whisperers, and then came up and Gabriel. But everyone's like, who is that? Like, is that because last time you seen someone, they're like, is that Morgan coming back? And they're like, no, there's no way. They're like, what if Morgan's son did survive? Well, it's not him. I mean, then people are like, when they said his name's Elijah and showed his face, they're like, that's an older version of him. We're like, stop.
However, no. I mean, though, stop. It could very well be possible. Do we know what happened to his kid? Did he ever say what happened to him?
Morgan went crazy because he died, he said.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They didn't show it.
Yeah. And we never knew how, he never explained how he died either, though.
No, they like breached a house, I think, or something like that.
The zombies did?
I think so.
Okay.
I might have to rewatch it, but I believe it was something along the lines of that. But yeah, so that was a fun.
I am rewatching The Walking Dead. Actually, I started it yesterday from season 1.
I should. I'm doing the Avengers right now.
Yeah, I started rewatching it yesterday. Very interesting how the show has evolved, and it was actually, not to get out of topic, but Daryl, dude, like Daryl was so much of a potty mouth back in the day.
Well, he still is, but now like you could tell, like now that he's experienced in this world, he's not just he's super defensive, but he's like he's way more observant and less like take action right away. Like he's observant and take action as soon as he needs to, type shit now. Mm-hmm. Like he's still urgent, but he doesn't just act without thinking.
Right.
And that's something he used to do more often. Mm-hmm. But so like they get drunk, they gamble, and they fall asleep after having some bro talk about how like Gabriel seems to like not think it can go back to the way it was, and Aaron's like, we're gonna get there. When I was out there finding people for Alexandria, that was right. Shit like that. Like they're fucking dead. Dude, what was really cool with the camera scene, actually, did you notice how they were like how it was spinning when it was like them? Now imagine when you're really drunk and you're leaning back like that, the room is spinning like that. That was a cool
detail. That was cool. We put that scene up, but we probably get claimed.
Yeah, but no, like low key. Like I was thinking,
that was really nice. Yeah,
that's just something super subtle that like that's good. They're producers, good job. Yep. So like yeah, they kind of like they kind of go back and forth, and like Gabriel says, the bad people ain't the exception to the rule; they are the rule. Which I'm not exactly 100% sure what he means by that at all. Like, I'm still confused even after the episode. But like, he's like, I don't know. Apparently, well, the way I kind of took it, like, because they were talking about helping people, he's like, bad people aren't the exception to the rule; they are the rule. So I'm like, so they want to help. Like, I kind of took it as they want to help bad people because I'm thinking in the back of the head, like, Negan's half-ass redeemed probably in Gabriel's mind. Like, he's not locked up right now. Gabriel's a big part of that.
Right. At the same time, Gabriel is a preacher, so he believes in repenting, kind of, in a way. We'll talk about this in a second. But anyway, he's a preacher, so he believes that the sinner or the bad people are the reason why we must go on in this case, in this particular conversation anyway.
Right. So, I don't know. Like, anyway, so they end up passing out, and like Aaron gets up because the whiskey's making him have to piss. And Gabriel wakes up when the sun's coming up, and he realizes Aaron never came back to the beanbag chair to go night-night. So he starts looking around like, Aaron, where are you? And all of a sudden, a creepy looking dude walks in. He said, "I smelled something." I'm gonna look up his name to talk about what happened though, because
he did say his name.
No. I'm talking about the actor.
Oh, the actual actor.
Yeah. But so basically, Morgan's like scared. Let me see here.
Morgan.
Oh wait,
Gabriel.
that's not Morgan. That's, yeah,
Gabriel.
he's like, I smelled some food. What'd you have? And he's
what'd you
like,
cook?
He's like, bored. He's like,
what?
Can I have? Oh, dude, when he said that, I'm like, oh shit, that's dude's bore. And he's like, can I have some? I'm like, oh, this is super strange right now. Like, man, is he about to be cool? Like, well, you just killed my boar, but at least I can have some of them too, you know? Like,
I have a picture of him eating.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know he's a big time actor.
I have no idea who he is, to be honest.
I think he was in the Terminator.
Was he?
I think.
Let's see. Let me. Season 10.
Good. Season 10 episode. Robert Patrick.
Okay. I don't know who he is.
I think he was in the Terminator. I think so. I never got into those movies when I was little, so like. But yeah, so he's there looking all like crazy. Like he kind of looks like a Terminator. To be low key.
Yeah.
And like he's like has some, so like Gabriel. Luckily they didn't eat it all. Luckily, and so like they gave him some. He's eating. And then
however, they did drink all the whiskey.
Yeah. So like, and like, you know, like he starts throwing in subtle hints. All of a sudden, like Gabriel starts realizing like this man lives here. Like he's like, yeah, I got your friend over there. He's like, what do you think this boy? Like he just went in that room by himself. Fucking, he ends up like shooting this room up with his AK because like Gabriel tried calling him on not having bullets. He's like, well, your friend's in there. Let's go see if he's still breathing. And he like pulls him out. He's tied up and basically makes them play Russian roulette. And show like he's trying to break Gabriel, kind of like what Negan did to Rick, but not in the sense of like trying to get control of Gabriel, but just like to make him lose hope in the universe, basically.
Yeah,
that's the difference. But it's the same thing, like with the axe and all that shit. Was it? But fucking yeah, making them have to do that. Dude, like what was crazy because I remember in the promo for the extra episodes they showed the Aaron screaming like when he was about to do it, and how his face is like full of blood and shit like that. That was an intense scene. But like basically he's like they're trying to like they get to choose between shooting themselves or shooting the other to live.
Shooting the
and
other,
one of them has to die.
And
he's like, one of you have to die. Otherwise I'm killing both of you. And like they're like we talk about how family protect each other and this and that, and they keep going for themselves, but luckily the bullet ain't the one there. And they keep going back and forth and like telling them like and they find out like his story is his brother attacked him after he saved him countless times, and he killed both of them because
what happened? No, what happened is the exact thing. Don't quote me on that, AMC. Was that he was sleeping, wakes up, and he's eating his food. And so, he doesn't even confront him. But when his brother realizes that he saw him eating his food, then he goes to attack him. So then he takes care of it. Well, he doesn't say he kills them or anything, but he's like, I took care of it, you know? Like, fuck that guy.
So, yeah, they end up convinced that you're about to just kill 2 good people for no reason. You could come back with us, but whatever. He ends up like letting them live and says, "My name's Maze." And right as he finishes untying Aaron, so Aaron's Mace arm is on the floor over there because homie took it off. Gabriel grabs that shit and bink right over the dome piece.
This photo is when he tells him his name and he's like, "What?" And he gets up and it's like, "My name is what? Mace?"
And then isn't that right when
yeah, that's when he kills him.
That's when he gets when it's clobbering time. That shit was. I was like, oh shit. That's
pretty intense.
So like he's like, I thought we were gonna bring him back. He's like, he killed his brother. I can't take him back. And like they're getting him untied. And Aaron's like, oh, let's just fucking go. Like he wants to get the fuck out of there. He's like,
but at the same time though, Aaron is like, dude, this is really wrong. This is wrong, you know?
Yeah, you could tell he's bothered, but he's just like, I just want to get away from here. Like this isn't.
At the same time, the guy believed him. Instead of him breaking Gabriel kind of broke him. It made him have hope in the world, and as he's having hope, he gets murdered basically. So,
fucking you know. Then like they're kind of like, well, he was staying somewhere and he heard everything we had last night, so there has to be a spot, and they like find like the attic, I'm guessing, or some shit. It's upstairs, and they find some supplies, and then they see a dude chained up over there, which happened to be the brother, and like I think they're gonna let him. He was scared. Obviously, he's probably been tortured to some sort of degree. Well, they like go to
very psychological. If he wasn't tortured physically, he's been tortured very psychologically.
So like he's gonna they're going to unlock him, and he like snags the gun, and he's pointing out, and they're like, no, you can come back with us, blah blah blah. And then like his family's dead in that same room, by the way. Like you can see it. And I think the Russian roulette thing, because the headshots. Yeah, so
right there.
He turns the gun and boop himself
commits it.
So at that point you could tell Aaron's like, yeah, I seen way more than enough today. Like, get the fuck out of here.
As they're leaving though, we realize that those guys were twins.
Yes, there's pictures hanging up. There's also some supplies that I think they take, like cans of like non-perishables and shit like that.
Yep.
So they like stock up on what they can. But as they leave, they're like, oh shit, it's a water tower. And Aaron said one more, which he was previously against it. But it's like Aaron's trying to. It shows like even though Aaron's tired, he's trying to keep that hope that where he was once helping people from before Rick and them came to Alexandria, and even the early days of that.
Yeah.
So it's like. It's showing like there's some people trying to have hope, and what's crazy is because like during the Whisper War, Aaron was kind of like hostile, like he didn't want to trust people anymore. You like remember that conversation? It was like down by the river with Michonne, but then he ended up talking to that one Whisperer, and like she ended up becoming friends, which she ended up helping save their asses, and some degrees like she knew where the when the cave collapsed on the homies. Like she's the one that told Alexandria and shit. So yeah, I don't know. It was just super old school. It just seemed like, you know, like this is the shit that like Daryl and one of the side characters would be on a run type shit would have happened. This is like from season 3 and 4 type shit. Well, maybe not 4 because there was a lot of but like season 3, season 5, like when they actually had communities that were working. Which season 5 is when they first got to Alexandria.
So what do you go ahead?
I was just kind of filling the gap, to be honest.
That's funny. No, because I wanted to bring up the fact like Gabriel he's I want to say he has lost hope in the world, even though he kind of wants to push for the world. Like, you know, the conversation, like he's talking about saving the bad people or like that. But at the same time, it's like he wants to take, I don't know. I feel like he needs to, you know, like not in a, because he's a preacher. So he should know that God is supposed to be like the protector and the guy that forgives you. But he wants to do justice himself. In a way.
The thing that's he's completely disregarding, which I guess they've probably been gone for a couple weeks now, is the fact that Eugene, Ezekiel, and Yumiko are talking to a potentially bigger and brighter community that could help them.
Yeah.
And he knows about it. He was a big advocate for that right before the attack, or right after the attack. Now I get it. It's been at least 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. I don't know exactly, but it's been like 2 weeks since they left to get supplies for Alexandria. We know that. Yeah. So obviously they've been gone for that amount of time, but I think it was like at least a 2-day walk. Right. And obviously I think that's what we're going to be seeing in the next episode. But I do believe Aalan has prepared a couple key moments.
I have the memorable moments. I have 2 memorable moments. I was trying to get the third one, and I don't know why I didn't do it, but
that's fine. The third one was the homie getting ready to do it,
commit suicide. Right? His brother to commit suicide. So I thought that was interesting because we thought for a minute that he killed him, but he didn't actually kill them. He completely destroyed his family basically by
he tortured him.
Yeah. By and you don't know how long it's been because those bodies are decomposed completely. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty much they're down to the bones.
They're walkers with that hole in the head, basically.
Yeah, so they're dry. It's not like they died a week ago or whatever. And so I thought that was a pretty intense moment too, but I didn't want to put it in there because obviously he commits suicide.
We were just gonna have him pulling the gun.
Right. Another one, which is gonna be right now, in a second. It's just the beginning, the opening scene when there's blood everywhere. It's like these flowers or those flowers. It's like beauty and everything, but it's just very stained by what's going on in the world.
Yeah, it's like tainted hope.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there could be hope, but not really because we're still here, and it sucks here. So yeah, pretty intense, and it actually kind of sets the mood for the rest of the episode. You know what I mean?
It's interesting to think what would be the difference of them thinking if Michonne or Rick were there, either or both.
Yeah, because they were definitely voice of reason.
Because especially now that Maggie's back, I bet Michonne and Maggie and I was expecting it with Carol, but Carol's got shit to work on right now. But I was expecting that bad bitch moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, the second moment is right when dude dies. Again, hope. It's like hope, but it's tainted. So again, like what we're saying, they those two events they correlate with each other. It's like at this point he's like, all right, I understand because Aaron was about to commit suicide because he knew the bullet was there because there's a different sound in the chamber. Yep. So he's like, you either kill yourself or you kill him. And as soon as he's about to kill himself, to commit suicide, he stops him. And it's like he couldn't believe that he was actually going to do it.
I think I think when he did it to his brother and potentially anybody else, they chose the other.
Potentially, his brother chose to kill his wife and kid.
Probably.
Potentially.
And that's
this
probably
is why he commits suicide.
And then he probably tortured him about the fact, and then that's why when he got the chance, he capped himself. That's probably what happened.
So in this case, he sees Aaron's about to do it, and it's like, no, don't do it. Stop. And then he can't believe it, but then at the same time he's about to release them. He actually even says his name because he didn't say his name up until that point.
Yeah.
And so I think those two clips they correlate with each other. They go hand to hand. It's like a tainted hope, because he's about to believe, and then Gabriel, the guy that's telling him there's hope. It's not even about God. It's about the it's like he's giving him hope, and then he's the one that kills him.
Yeah. He's like, we can't bring him back. It's crazy that he doesn't think you can bring him back, but he's one of the reasons that Negan's in decent terms at least at the moment.
Right.
The thing is, we don't get Here's Negan until the last one, but that one's gonna be so crazy. I just want to see.
Interesting.
I want to see that. I want to see the backstory, obviously, but I want to see what this interaction between him and the community leaders. What is it actually? Daryl. Gabriel, Maggie, Ezekiel's gone right now, but you get the idea,
right?
Also, where's a side note? I don't know if we probably won't see it in this extra season, but Virgil, who found Connie at the end of the season finale, where's Connie? We know Connie's alive. They don't, but we do. So like when we get in that, and Virgil, you know, is Virgil going to be decent? He kind of like fucked with Michonne's head, but like, is he going to let them know that Michonne went looking for Rick?
My guess is this episodes are pretty much setting the mood for the next season. How many episodes we got left? 2 more?
That was, I think,
this was the third one.
There's 6
so
total.
We get 3 more, so we get 3 more episodes,
and then Fear starts right up the week after that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be jumping right in, and it sounds like the Walking Dead World Beyond is sometime this summer, as well as like a season 11 starting this summer.
Okay.
So yeah, and there should be news on the Walking Dead movies coming out this summer. They rumor had it they started to get filming now that like the restrictions are getting down, but like, well, actually, I don't know about that. I do think they were filming somewhere near Britain.
Okay.
Is what I think I heard, but like, you know, some places are having harder and harsher like lockdowns and quarantines. Yeah. So it just kind of depends. But yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful. Like, I was thinking we were gonna have a Rick movie by now, but I'm really excited for that. And like, I want to see, like, I want them to start. If they're gonna put shit together in some way, I don't know who will survive after that, but like getting some kind of crossover where a lot, like if Morgan saw Rick again and Daryl and Rick and all them saw each other again, like, oh my, like imagine like Fear Squad.
Just as long as it doesn't turn into a Fast and Furious movie kind of type of deal, you know.
Well,
I'd be okay with it.
Well, I could see some kind of like crazy war happening, but that's because I've seen World Beyond. When you see that, you kind of see like there's some shit going on.
I still gotta catch up on that. We should. How many seasons are there of that?
The only one. It's 8 episodes, and then there's the second season's going to be its series season, or it's going to be the final season.
Okay, so I guess I'll catch up on that, and then.
But you have to do Fear first because Fear's in like a month or less.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, well, that's pretty much it for this episode. Hope you guys like it. Follow us on Twitter.
Subscribe and like.
Deadchatt. Subscribe, like.
All that stuff.
Share the video.
We're here and we like this. If
you watch it, two T's.
If you were watching at this particular moment, comment coconut.
Coconut. Yep. Just in case, you know, just in case.
We're doing a survey.
Yeah, right. So pretty much any and every social media.
Yep. We'll have all the links down in the description, as well as links to our personal things if you'd like to check us out when we go live or post videos or any of that kind of stuff, or make a funny tweet.
Our Twitter handles are down somewhere. I can't even
there.
point at them because, you know, but they're down.
Wait.
I think mine is like right. Wait.
Right there.
Mine is right. Mine is right there. Right there.
What? Wait, over here.
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
All right. Well, it's because it's like inverted.
Yeah, it's inverted, obviously, so it's really hard to know. So that's pretty much it. Follow us. Actually, the podcast pretty much. If you just in case we get flagged again and like the video's not up, and obviously
iTunes, Spotify, for the next episode. Google, Facebook.
On Facebook,
Spreaker.
It's there. Yeah, on Facebook, it comes out on Facebook and YouTube at the same time in video format. And then on Instagram, it comes up like maybe 2 or 3 days later. So you can, if for some reason YouTube doesn't like us anymore, then you can still watch the episode there. But you should definitely subscribe to iTunes or what's the other one?
Google, Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, which are the bigger ones.
And a Google podcast if you so choose.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode. You know.
Bye.
Catch you guys later. Oh, intro.